This is 12 ab exercises in 12 minutes. If you would like abs like these, then I would watch all the way to the end of today's video. Let's get started. I'm going to start the timer. 3, 2, and bang. First exercise, make sure that your feet are firmly placed at the corner of the bench. This is called an elevated flutter kick. Legs are straight, hands are firmly placed, up, 2, 3, 4. So you are squeezing, you are contracting in between every single repetition. I would perform these either as an interval, so 30 seconds, or as a rep range, so 10 reps, 15, 20 reps each side. Now, the fun thing about this exercise is you can actually perform this lying down too. You can either use the ab supported pad, like I'm going to show you right now. Hands at the side, firmly placed flat on the floor. Same thing, flutter kicks. Look at this. Now with this exercise, don't force your head forward. Keep your head in line with your torso, just looking straight up with your eyes, because that is a complaint a lot of people have when it comes to abs, especially lying down. They point out that their neck is hurting a lot, and that is, like I mentioned, just because you are forcing your head tilted forward. And if you want to perform this without the mat, it's the exact same thing. However, your torso and your neck just completely remains flat on the bench throughout the entire set. Now, exercise number 3. We have a seated alternating ab crunch. With the medicine ball, it can also be with a dumbbell. I'm going to show you the exercise with a medicine ball. Same thing. You are seated at the edge, at the corner of a bench, feet up in a tucked position. The medicine ball remains close to your abs, close to your torso, and all you are doing, contracting forward with your torso, so the top of your torso contracts forward. You are squeezing and you are alternating. At the peak of every single repetition, this is the peak, you squeeze, contract, back to the center. Squeeze, contract, back to the center. Again, you can either perform this as an interval or 10, 15, 20 repetitions each side. However, in saying that, with these weighted exercises, you want to maximize something called time under tension. So you want to essentially slow down the tempo, how slow you are going in between every single repetition in order to build the most muscle. Again, the fun thing with this exercise, moving into exercise number 4, is you can perform this on the mat as well. Get an ab pad, feet up, tucked. Now this time, you are using the floor as an indicator for maximum range of motion. Same thing, tempo, contracted, keeping the medicine ball close to your lower abdomen region, and you are contracting in between every single repetition. Very good. Okay, that was exercise number 4. Moving into exercise number 5. We have a classic plank. Classic plank. Elbows, hands, feet completely shoulder width and parallel. I don't want to see this garbage. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. And I don't want to see this. Make sure that your elbows, palms, feet remain in line with your shoulders, and your glutes, torso, and neck remain straight. This is how you perform a plank consistently. And this is how you're able to track progression from week to week. Because one week, if you have your hands like this, your glutes like this, and you get a personal best in your mind, that is not a personal best, sorry. Moving into exercise number 6. Again, the fun thing is you can perform the exact same thing in a seated version. So you can package it to be a weighted isometric hold. Boop, look at this. Bap, skibbity boop. Perfect. Look at that. Nice and easy, ladies and gentlemen. No complaints here. This is exercise number 6 or 7. I can't keep a count at this point. I can't remember. Very good. Now, exercise number 7. We have alternating knee crunches. This time, up, up, up. So instead of flutter kicks, these are significantly more forgiving. Squeezing, 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 squeeze the squeeze, squeeze the squeeze. And you want to know the fun part? You can do the exact same thing laying down. Let me show you that. Hop, laying down, ab pad, hands nice and flat to the side of your torso. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. However, to make this more effective, elevate your legs in an angled position. So don't have it straight, because literally at that point you're just working out your legs due to gravity. So if you have it at an angle, you are targeting more of your lower abdomen region. However, if you want an even more effective ab exercise, I would instead opt for a hand to toe touch, or if that is too advanced for you at this stage, because you're gonna get there eventually, then I would opt for an elbow to knee touch instead. Let me show you how that looks. First of all, exercise, I believe we're up to number 9 or 8. Who knows, I'll give you some extra ones. Hand to toe touch looks like this. Torso, lumbar nice and flat. One leg up, so the opposite leg to the one you are touching is up. Then your opposite hand is flat. This is so you have a nice base of support. Your hand comes up, touches your toe, squeezing as hard as you can, then back down. This, of course, is a significantly more effective exercise than that lying knee crunch that you saw. And then if you want to alternate, watch this, ready? Boop, boop, boop. Beautiful. Us. 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 That's okay. Now that's the hands and knees crunch. Exercise number 9 or 10. We have the elbow to knee crunch. Same exact position. So the opposite knee, the opposite hand is nice and flat. Knee up, hand behind your neck, but do not force your head forward like this. Just keep it placed. Then what you're doing is bringing your elbow to your knee as you crunch. Pop. Oh, wow. Very good. And then you want to alternate. Watch this. Boop. Look at that. Nice and easy. Yes. 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 Very good. So that's either 9 or 10. Honestly, you cannot remember at this point. Moving into 10 or 11, we have bicycle crunches. So, same thing. Make sure that your glutes are seated at the corner of a bench. Hands placed firmly flat. Then, squeezing your core from now, you are performing a cycling motion, a circumduction motion with your legs, just like this. However, since this is a continuous motion, you want to perform your repetitions by either squeezing and contracting for 3 or 5 seconds. Imagine you are a swimmer. When you are performing the freestyle, you are holding your breath for 3 repetitions. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, breathing. So perform the exact same thing here, and imagine instead of you holding your breath, you are holding and contracting, squeezing your core all simultaneously. Ready? Let's see how that looks again. Up. Now. Now you want to do that continuously. So your legs remain consistent, but your breathing is what's changing here. Ready? I'm going to run you through one more time. I really hope that makes sense. You want another fun thing? You can perform the exact same thing lying down. Let's get our good old friend, the app pad. Let's have a look. We are 10 minutes into the video. Okay, let's rush. I believe this is exercise 11 or 12, so we are on pace to not clickbait you, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, look at that. At first YouTuber, they're not clickbait. Okay, hands down, flat, nice to the side. Up, squeezing, 2, 3, 4, squeezing in between every single repetition. However, what was I missing there? Even I baited myself. Hands to the side, you're breathing. So squeeze like a freestyle. Hold, neck in line with your torso. Let's go. Up. Okay, and for the final one, we are going to be performing a hand to ankle touch. However, I'm going to show you a technique that you should never forget. What I see all the time and what actually pees me off is, first of all, people position their feet too far away from the torso. That's mistake number one. And mistake number two is they're doing this. What the Jamie is that? Ladies and gentlemen, you need to open up your obliques, open up your torso, and keep your hands at the top of your head. Then bring your feet far enough to your torso so you can easily touch your ankles. And from this position, what you're doing is not only touching your ankles at the peak, but you're coming up slightly with your torso. Ready? Up, squeeze, back, 2, 3. Up, squeeze, back, 2, 3. Up, squeeze, 2, 3. See that? See, ladies and gentlemen, quite simples, if you ask me. And if you, ladies and gentlemen, enjoyed today's video, if you learnt something from today's video, and if you would like to implement whatever you saw, and you in fact do implement whatever you saw into your own training, record it, tag me, send me a video, and I will critique your form just to help you that much more. If you are a first-time viewer, please consider subscribing to the channel, commenting below what you would like to see next, and I will see you beautiful people in the next video.